Hi everyone, I am Angela Cruz with Smokey Hill Designs, and today we are discussing PatternPly white acrylic core. Now we have white acrylic core available for you in 1/4 inch, in 1/8 inch, and 1/16 inch. Now this is for the acrylic, so these are CO2 laser friendly only in the acrylic. Now we do also have a white flex, which will give you the same sort of engraving properties as the acrylic cores, but that option is diode friendly. Now that one will have its own video. That's outside the scope of this one because this is just for the acrylic cores in those 3 thicknesses, and those are only CO2 laser safe. So let me go over the different options that we have in the white core, because we do have solid colors available in white core. We have your full coverage patterns in the white core, and we also have the scattered patterns. So let's go through each one and discuss how you would use it, how it's popular, which ones are popular. Let me show you. I'm going to go through the whole thing. So your first option are your solid colors on the white core. And with all of our acrylic core options, the real big advantage of this is that you will engrave in your core color. So in this case, this black would engrave white. No paint filling needed, none of that. It will come through as a nice crisp white. For any of these options, you can order them one-sided or two-sided, and you can see here, if you order the solid colors one-sided, your back is going to be the raw core material, or in this case, white acrylic. If you order it two-sided, it will be your target color, that black on both sides with the white in the middle. So if you're doing any two-sided pieces, things like earrings, anything like that, go with the two-sided. If you're gonna mount this to something, or it's gonna be a sign that's gonna go on a wall, save yourself a couple dollars and just get the one-sided. So we have, this is the most popular solid color on the white core, the black, just because of that contrast. This is also the one that people are using for the QR codes. So if you've seen at the craft shows, the booths where there's a laser cut QR code, this is the product that they're using for that, because you can just engrave away and engrave the white. Now we do have over 900 different solid colors that you can order on this core color on the website, and we also have the option where you can custom order a color. So if you don't see it on our swatch sheet, you can order it by the hex or by CMYK values. So check that out as well. So lots of different options. I have an ornament, found this on my desk before the video, and I thought, how convenient. I cut this a while ago. This is just the gingerbread brown on the white core. And all I did was engrave away to show for the icing on our little gingerbread man ornament. And you can see just how crisp and clean that is. You could never get it that crisp and clean painting. Or I guess if you're a professional, you could, but most of us, we would never be able to get it that crisp, that clean. This way you can just engrave away, and then you have your white core showing through. So, and it also adds a fun little bit of texture to it as well, because that engraving is there. So that's your solid colors on the white core. We also offer all of our full coverage patterns on the white core as well. Full coverage meaning that the pattern fully covers the sheet. There are no gaps. So the only way that you can see that core color is to engrave away, and it's also going to be your cut edge. So the white core is most popular with those full coverage patterns that are real vibrant and will have a lot of contrast with that white core. So you can see here we have a trio, we have some duos as well. A lot of the plaids, like the buffalo plaid, here's our fall plaid, a lot of these are very common and popular with the white core as well, just because of that contrast that you get from it. Here's a fun one that you may not have seen on the site. So if you don't want to go with just the standard, the black on the white, we do also have, look at this. This is the dusty black chalkboard. I have seen somebody made a little sign for, they sell at the farmer's market, and they cut a little sign and they engraved a cute little pig to go with the sort of farm theme, and then they engraved like handwriting their prices for their items. So cute. This chalkboard looks so cute when it is engraved white. Just that little bit of, you know, contrast here with the actual, where it looks like someone's erased, it makes it look so much different from just the white, the black on the white core, and so cute. So this is really fun for teachers too, don't forget that. So that's just a fun option. If you're thinking, well, I don't really do a whole lot of engraving, I wouldn't use the white core. Au contraire. It can be used just to sort of continue the pattern and to make it all blend seamlessly. So here's the marble on the white core. So you might not be engraving, but your cut edge will now be white. So rather than if you ordered it on black core, for example, and you'd have the black on the edges, which is a cool look. If you want it all to just blend seamlessly, you can order it on the white. So think about things like your micro sheet music on the white core. That's a really popular one because it just blends seamlessly. And these patterns, since they are full coverage, here's a Mediterranean tile, since they are full coverage, they do actually have a matte white background on the white core, as opposed to the scattered patterns, which do have breaks in the pattern that will show you the raw core at all times. So you can see here, I'm using my ring light to show you. You can actually get this really fun glossy effect from the raw core material peeking through on these scattered patterns. So a lot of the Christmassy ones look so crisp and clean on the white core. You can see here, here's the micro swirling Christmas lights on the white, how pretty that looks. It adds a snowy effect. Here's those pastel pink and green Christmas trees. Let's see if I can get it to focus. I'm having some trouble with this thing focusing today, and I don't know why. But you can see the lighter patterns with that white background, how cute they look. It makes them look so cute. But then some of the other patterns that have real bold colors, it gives such nice, crisp contrast with that. Here's those cardinals and pine cones that everyone loves. Oh my gosh, there we go. There we are. And you can see how pretty and how snowy it really looks when you put it on that white core. So make sure you look at the colors that are in the pattern and sort of the effect that you want to get. It's also really good. We've introduced a whole line of single color patterns. And the reason we did that is because we wanted you to be able to play with the core color to get the desired colors that you want. So say your team, say you're the Panthers and your school colors are blue and white. Here's a fun way where you can order the blue paw prints on the white core and get that effect. So here's that. We also have a lot of just black or white patterns as well. And you can see here's what the black, here's that Aztec, look at the contrast versus that white. If you order the white on white, that's like our smoke and mirrors, and it has a really neat effect to it. It has a matte and gloss effect. So if you check out, I didn't have one to bring in the video, it wasn't in my stack, but if you go on the website and look up the smoke and mirrors, you can see what that looks like, and it's a really neat effect. Here is probably the most, besides the black on white, the most popular pattern that we offer on the white core, and that is your night sky. I'm sure you've all seen those remembrance ornaments where there's a heart engraved into the sky and there's like a little poem. Very, very popular for that. You could do something really cool with your nativity ornaments. You could engrave the Star of Bethlehem into this. You could even, and I haven't seen this yet, but I want to see this. So you could engrave Santa's sleigh, just going through the sky on your ornament, or even just engrave a moon. You could do any number of things utilizing that white core with the night sky. Now this one is actually the scattered version, and admittedly there's not a huge difference in the scattered versus the full coverage in the night sky, but if you can see, I'm going to try to get the effect. The only areas that are actually where you can see the raw core in this pattern are within the stars. So if you get it to move right, and I'm not sure if I'm actually capturing that right, but they almost look like they twinkle because there's a little bit of the shine coming through from the core. But this one will still engrave perfectly white, look beautiful, very, 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 very popular. Don't shy away from really bold colors. Don't shy away from, especially these nice pastels. So here's those cartoon tulips. Look at this one. Look at how cute this is. This is the rainbow gradient butterflies. This one, I am nagging our daughter to please get your ears pierced because I think we love going to Dollywood and everything's got the butterflies there. I would love to make her earrings out of this one because I just think that the white, not that it makes everything look like childish or whatever, but it makes it real. Some of these colors, it makes it just look really cute. And I think these would be so cute for a little girl or even a mom. I would like to wear these too, but I think that would be fun to be matching. But I love how the white gives such contrast and just makes it look so pretty. Here's your Valentine's. You can see what it looks like with the pink. If you have the awareness ribbons, this is a great way to make them stand out by putting that white background. The white background can also be used just to make things look so classy. Look at how classy this looks. Look at these blue flowers on here. How classy. Here's another blue example. And you can see this pattern actually has some white elements in it as well, and you can see how they look against the white background. I don't recommend, while I'm on that subject, I don't recommend some of the patterns. The all white patterns look good on the white core, but some of the ones like the baseballs or what's another one? Oh, the daisies. Because there is a little bit of color like in the center of the flower or on the red stitching, it doesn't work, and I don't know why it doesn't. So I shy away from the ones like that where it's mostly white with a little bit of color. They don't look as good. The all white look good, and then ones like this where there's just a little bit of white. Another good rule of thumb is if you like one of our full coverage patterns that has a white background on it, odds are the scattered version is going to look really, really good and pop, but utilize that matte versus gloss effect. So here's the school word, or teaching words. You can see how cool that looks. Here's one I made for my cousin. Hey, Jenna, shout out if you're watching. Here's the vegetables. How cute is that? And then don't forget your pastel colors as well. And also keep in mind how far apart the pattern elements are to see how much of the core you're actually going to see. So here's two in a row that are really the same sort of color scheme. So you can really see, here's the micro rainbow dots. Not a whole lot of the core shows, but it really does, man, that white, just the little bit that does show, it makes the rainbow colors pop. But you can see that versus this is the same general color scheme, these brush strokes, but you can see just how much more of the core you can see in between the pattern elements. So think about that when you're choosing your pattern. If you're going with the white core, how much of the white's going to be seen? How are the colors going to work with that white? Do you want to enhance them? Do you make them stand out? Anything like that. The white core is just a really, really fun way to either blend in with your background for some of the full coverage or have a complete contrast with some of the brighter colors or even just the solid colors. So it's a fun one to play with. I love the white core. I think it just looks crisp, clean, and beautiful. So let me see what you have made with white core, and I'm excited for y'all to try it out. Thank you guys so much for watching.